some kind of beef going on with some meme coin launchers here on TikTok. I don't want to say no names, but what was that about? To an extent, the meme coin launchers here on TikTok are a little bit ahead of the curve. If they were like, they know it's a fantastic Daddy Pancakes. What's going on with you? Uh, they know it's a fantastic. All is good, brother. How you feeling? Uh, they know this is a fantastic opportunity if they can get it right. Right? It's everybody's golden lottery ticket, right? If you can get a meme coin to get to the $10 million market cap, then obviously you're going to be doing very, very, very well. Right. This time we're going to focus on gamer. Right. Um, uh, Hold on for me one quick second. Let me get that to you. Right. This is a token that was launched well over a year ago. Um, uh, that's the one for gamerholic.fun. This is esports. Me versus you in Madden, Call of Duty on your Xbox or PlayStation. Right. The creator rewards are used to host free tournaments on the platform, or some of the creator rewards will be used to host free tournaments. I think this is, you know, the best way to get Web3 esports going. One of the challenges on esports is, let's say there's a $5,000 NBA 2K tournament. There should definitely be an NBA 2K tournament going on right now during the NBA Finals. If you know a gamer you can't beat is in the tournament, you're not going to join the tournament. You're not going to pay the entry fee to whether you know you're guaranteed to lose, right? So if we're using the creator rewards to host free tournaments, then that should make it a much healthier environment. I don't know if it's going to make it super competitive because again, if you already know you're going to lose, then you may not take it as serious. It's not like you're going to be playing the game extra hard. Um, Maybe some players will, but most won't, right? But I think that becomes a fantastic way to bring some excitement into the world of um, Web3 gaming. Right. And the fact that you can also create your own tournaments on the platform. Right. Gamerholic.fun. And this is built on ICP. I don't know if y'all have been seeing what's been going on with ICP in the past couple of days. Daddy Pancakes. I think you should see my love for ICP on display. They were at like sub $2 a week and a half ago. They hit $4 yesterday, so they pretty much doubled up. Whether or not this is a real run this time, I mean, ICP has had its moments when it spiked to $9, it crashed back down to $2. Um, but recently they announced that, or they made it so that WordPress websites can now run on ICP, and I think that recent announcement is what is getting the charts moving. Like because that's going to make it so much. It's just going to make web hosting so much cheaper. Um, Now, before it was $5 per gigabyte per year for you to host your website on ICP, but they recently raised that. Now it's like $12 per gigabyte per year. All right, they were trying to curb inflation of the token, And the best way they came about to curb inflation was to raise the cycle price for hosting your product on their platform. So even at $12 per gigabyte per year, I mean, you know, most WordPress websites right now, you're going to be paying, even if you were paying $5 a month, right? $12 per gigabyte per year is cheaper than $5 a month. And I doubt that there are many hosting services out there where you could host your WordPress site for just $5 a month. Some of them would be 10, maybe $15, or on the super low end. But now, being able to do that on ICP, it's going to be that so much cheaper, right? So gameraholic.fun, again, esports, Web3 esports. The token is on Solana. All right, you can click the link on my profile, the link here in my profile, and you should see the pump fund information. Right. I want this to be 100x day, man. Right. For as much as I've talked about, be it Gameraholic, be it Yoinks, what was the last one? Bull Run. Right. I've yet to have that, you know, that $3 million market cap token. Right. And spent a lot of time on Bull Run, and that didn't go anywhere. I'm disappointed at that. Website is still up. The token is still there. The mission is still there, using Bull Run as Web3 merch. I'm sure we can get to it at some point, right? If it gets moving, it gets moving. But no point in if there's no interest in it, there's no interest in it, right? But on the Gameraholic side, I think that this one could do some numbers. This one should do some things, right? We can use it as a proof of community, right? You got a strong community here on TikTok. Can your community come together and and enjoy a video gaming tournament? Can y'all come together and play spades competitively, play dominoes? All this is skill based. The outcome is based on your skill, not luck. So it is not gambling, right? And when you consider how much esports is growing, now, Saudi Arabia bought EA Sports for $55 billion. Saudi Arabia is hosting esports tournaments. It's a matter of time before they start doing some ridiculous prize money tournaments. All right. So if we know esports is becoming a thing in that part of the world, then yeah, we're on the right track. And this is before you even get to the mobile gaming side of things that brings in Latin America, that brings in Africa, that brings in parts of Southeast Asia. One of the first tournaments that I had on the Gameraholic.fun platform was a Call of Duty tournament on mobile for some players in Nigeria. Right now, the challenge ends up being, if that part of the world, not all of them are going to have the entry fee to compete in a tournament. That's why the premise of using the creator rewards as tournament prizes is ideal. Right, so we'll have you know a good portion of free tournaments, and there'll also be some entry fee tournaments. And again, you can create your own tournaments on the platform as well. Now, I mean, and with everything that's going on ICP, if folks want to come up, have a conversation, get your knowledge up on ICP, get a good conversation about it, ask all your questions, you're more than welcome to do so. Right? It's not your usual blockchain. They do things quite a bit different. Right. And usually, once folks understand just how different of a blockchain product it is, then it starts making sense. Like, oh, I see why folks are saying that this is the blockchain of the future. It starts making sense to people. SBC, salute. What's going on with you? Soul Vol Shop, how you feeling? All right. Welcome, my fellow entrepreneurs, fellow techies. Um, SBC, I'll shoot you a follow. Why not? All right. I just did an impressive cleanup on my following list. I was following a whole bunch of people who didn't follow back. Right, you'll see a video of my profile of a Google Chrome plugin that I put together that pretty much just automated the unfollowing process of all the people who I was following that were not following back, and hopefully that's going to help the live out. SBC, are you a crypto? Are you a crypto guy? What's going on with you? How's your Saturday? Anyone's welcome to come up and have a conversation. Any crypto stuff you want to talk about, Web3 stuff you want to talk about. Just want to shoot the shit. Right, the world of AI as well. Right, in the background, you see, all my applications. Gameraholic.fun is esports, Web3 esports. You get to compete in heads-up games and tournaments to win crypto. Yoinks is a fun game that you play to win coupons from local businesses. Right, so a local business can say the winner gets 30% off, everybody else gets 15% off. Samad.app is a marriage application, a Muslim marriage application. I think there is a fantastic opportunity to bring. Uh, you have this new environment of social finance, SoFi. I think that's what they call it. When you look at the Pump.fun application, Pump.fun is the website, the app that folks launch meme coins on. They've done a fantastic job in expanding it way past that and taking it into social finance, where you can look at somebody's profile and see how much in Solana they have, how much in meme coins they have, how much they've generated from the tokens that they've launched. So it becomes a completely different, even motivation to look at somebody's profile and see that they have $300,000 in Solana in their account. Even for the folks who don't have that much, just to be able to see that there are folks who have 5-6 figures in crypto, in this magic internet money, just sitting in their account. Right, it becomes a little bit inspirational, motivational, and it gives you a sense that, oh, this thing is real. Right, and I think that very same thing can be applied to the world of dating. The ladies only care about your money. Apparently, that's the entire conversation that's going on here on social. As far as they're concerned, everything starts and ends with your money. And so, why don't we eliminate that concern and be able to show that, yes, he has X amount of internet magic money? We don't have to show the real bank account information, how much you got in dollars and stocks and all that, but at least she knows, hey, this guy got 5K in Solana or 15K in some meme coins. Right, that may be more than they actually have in cash. So including including your magic internet money in your dating profile, I think is, or your marriage profile, I think is going to be a very, very good thing. And hopefully it should definitely move the lady side of the conversation past how much money does he have? And also, get more women in the Web3 game, get more women in the crypto game. Nobody cares about Metallicus, man. Um, sorry, but not sorry. All right, I'm over here talking about ICP. You want to come talk about some Metallicus nonsense? Nobody cares about Metallicus, man. All right, Metallicus can't do anything. Miss Pay Per Views, Lou, what's going on with you? How you feeling? It's been a while. Happy Saturday to you. All right, hopefully everything is rocking good in your world. I was trying to click on your profile and I send you an invite, but if you want to accept the invite, you're more than welcome to do so as well. Salute. How you feeling? It's been a while. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate the follow. What you cooking? You're already crypto savvy. Nice. What you cooking? Oh, pancakes are good. All right. Are you a from scratch woman? You using natural flowers, or you got that pre-mixed box? All right. The from scratch women are about to be number one on the list for all the fellas. All right. Uh, you getting the flour from scratch. You're making the flour from scratch. You got the chickens in the backyard. If there's a way to do apartment chickens, put the chickens out on the balcony. Why not? I I don't know just there yet. What's going on with you? You look kind of young. I'm almost scared to hit that follow button. Right. I don't know if you came in on the part where I was talking about the Sama marriage application that I put together. This is a Muslim marriage application. And the premise here is that your dowry, as a woman, your dowry is paid to you in Bitcoin. I think this is hands down the most empowering thing um, that women could ask for. Right. So, as I was saying earlier, you listen to most of the dating conversation that's going on here on social. The ladies only care about the money for the most part. There was maybe like a span of like 3 hours where some way somehow I ended up on the right side of TikTok of of you know I call them the wartime women, the realistic women, the women who are in touch with reality. I think it was from the videos talking about a rich guy is not going to come and pluck you out of obscurity. Right. So a lot of the content from those videos are like, oh, okay, cool. I've come across the sensible women on TikTok who are actually saying some realistic things as compared to everything else, where the conversation, as far as relationships, starts and ends with his money. I, which is fine. Look, I get it. Sure, there used to be a time when that was considered tacky, to just go straight to the money, but that doesn't matter these days. All right. But most of the time, I'm watching these videos. I'm like, what? She doesn't have any crypto. I think those are girls. Yes, they're not grown women, right? But it is such a loud part of the conversation that you can't get away from it, and it seems to only spread. Right? Women sink in more than one ways. Right? And this ideology of his money from start to finish. It's a turnoff, right? So now we can say, all right, look, a lot of, especially on the crypto side, a lot of the applications are tend to move towards social finance anyway. Almost any crypto application you log into, the number one thing that you see is your account balance. You look at the Pump Fund application, you can go through and look at any profile, and you can see how much money that profile has, how much in Solana they have, and so on and so forth. Right? That's them regurgitating rap songs. Those women who make up those songs don't even live like that. You're absolutely right. It's definitely the working girl's message, right? And we're not talking about 9 to 5, right? But if I get it, right? Women want security, cool, and it seems as though you're asking upfront for some guarantee of security. Cool, I get that, right? But um, a lot of them are also asking for this level of security as a girlfriend. You're asking for wife level security as we just started dating 3 weeks ago. I just met you yesterday. And that becomes very, very unrealistic, right? So, you know, culturally, on the Muslim side of things, dating is non-existent, right? And as a revert, I'm definitely finding it to be a challenge. Um, uh, Men who lead with their wallets attract those who want their wallets. True, right? But I'm just talking about just from the conversation here on social. Even without the men in the picture, with just the ladies are the ones putting it out there that this is what they want. It starts with his money. It ends with his money. In between is his money. You look at some of the most Shira Seven. Everything she talks about is how to manipulate him out of his money. Telling girlfriends to ask for wife level security. Right. Um, so if you're going to do that, right, we can move the conversation in a healthy direction. We can say, all right, let's not talk about dollars. Let's not talk about the bank account. We can at least talk about, does he have some magic internet money? Does he have some crypto, some fake money, if you want to call it that? Right. Um, I it's not like I watch her content, but if you watch enough content around the femosphere, her name comes up a lot, and you're going to stumble into some of her content. Uh, I'm not going to so say this or that about her, but her advice is definitely to have women manipulate men as best as possible out of their money. Right? Love is not love is not a part of it. Stuart, salute, what's going on with you? Right. So it would be a cool feature for dating applications to Web3ify themselves, cryptify themselves, and you'll at least be able to say, okay, this person has this much in crypto. So if the conversation as far as women are concerned is about his money, we can show you our magic internet money. There's nothing wrong with that. And at the same time, we can also see if she has any magic internet money. She has no crypto whatsoever? Like never, none, ever? And if that's the case, then she's not a wartime woman. She's not future ready. Right? We're in an age where women are going to be making way more money in the crypto era than men. So it definitely becomes exhaustingly frustrating and a huge turnoff to see content after content of um, you know maybe it's just a side effect of social media. This is the content that they're able to the type of content they're able to generate revenue with. They're able to get views with, grow their audience with, and so this is the more prevalent content. So it may just be because of that, right? But clearly, you know, it's not in touch with reality. Now, I mean, where are you at in this conversation? You're a content creator. I speak what I know, what I'm interested in: money, crypto, fashion, luxury, travel, learning, and growing. All right, where you at on the relationship side of things? If you're still here. Oh, damn it, I forgot I'm still streaming on. Been in crypto since 2011, 2012. You're an OG. I think we had this conversation before. You're definitely an OG. Long before I got anything close to this. Is your name the same on X? Have you been on X that whole time as well? All right. So you saw Solana do that. Did you jump in at any point of time, or did you just watch Solana ride? Yeah, if you been in crypto for that long, that's also a lot of other cryptos that you've seen gone from pretty much pennies to nothing. I remember BNB at 10 cents. I remember XRP at 0.000001 cent. I remember Ethereum when Ethereum first did their ICO, and I'd gotten my hands on a pile of it, but unfortunately had to get rid of it. We've definitely seen it all, and being in crypto that long, that puts you in the category of folks who should be billionaires if you and me, we should be billionaires if we had done some things a little bit differently. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. I, when I got an XRP, it was $2, but yeah, 2 cents. I remember XRP at 2 cents. That might have been 2015, 2016. I definitely remember XRP at 2 cents. Actually, it was earlier than that. Maybe 24. No, it was 2015, 2016, because I left New York to go back to Cali, go back to the Bay Area. In 2014 is XRP was still fractions of a penny. All right. So, if you're not a billionaire, what would you say that you did wrong? I can give you a whole list of all the things I messed up. My goodness. Nobi, salute, what's going on with you? I, there's absolutely uh, the fact that I am sitting on anything less than a billion is either just testament that the universe had some other plans for me. I, maybe it's not this lifetime. About Bitcoin, I had no idea where it was. Bought it in the bar. But there were piles of others along the way also. But maybe it's just next lifetime. Uh, This lifetime is the coulda, woulda lifetime. But at the same time, technically, it's not too late. Although I don't think that there are too many other products. Like there are not too many things that are under $1 that you can say, well, within the next 3 years, 5 years, they're going to be the next Ethereum. They'll be the next this, that, or the other. I really, really think the only thing left is ICP for a while, and ICP is almost at $4 right now. And considering at its peak, ICP was 600 and change. All right, so I understand that the promise of HBAR, right? But things have changed quite a bit now that you have AI in the picture. And HBAR is at 9 cents. HBAR supply is one of its problems at 50 billion. So, all right. The challenge with those assets, be it HBAR for my insights, be it HBAR or the ones that you just listed, XDC, XLM, XRP. Chaz, salute. What's going on with you? How you feeling? All right. These are all legacy blockchain products. What I mean by that is this is all the pre-AI blockchains. Right, and the pre-AI blockchains are pretty much stuck the way they are. You can't do anything else with them. Right. So Hedera HBAR, its whole premise is cheap and fast. Well, then Solana came about that's cheap and fast. Right. And Hedera, they got onto smart contracts late. So their initial premise was just transactions and being able to do transactions in a different way. The quote unquote algorithm that their blockchain does, or the way that their blockchain goes about blockchaining, was different than the way other blockchains went about blockchaining. That was their main selling point. There's nothing more fantastic than that after that. So it took them a while to get onto the smart contracts layer, and even when they did get onto the smart contracts out of it, their smart contracts, you had to, use a different programming language. I think that yes, you can do some things to make an Ethereum contract work on Hedera, whatever the case. Right, at the end of the day, you got to be able to bring developers over to your platform, and developers don't want to learn a new language, right? And then along the way, AI comes about. So you now have an environment where AI agents are going to be interacting with blockchains more than humans. So what blockchain are they going to use? And we also have an environment now where stable coins are, even from the blockchain side of it, from the blockchain operator side of it, stable coins are way more profitable than operating a blockchain. So the Hedera folks, how do they make money? Are they making their money from mining? Are they making their money from holding their own assets and selling their assets? Blah blah blah. Right, as compared to if a stable coin was issued, or if they issued a stable coin on Hedera and then back that stable coin with some treasuries, and they're collecting 4% from the US government for holding the treasuries that back their stable coins, they're going to be making way more money from the stable coin part of it than they would from their own blockchain. And so the profit incentive has also changed. Right? Will they even care about their own blockchain if all they have to do is hold U.S. Treasuries to support the stable coins that are being built on top of it? Right. So a lot has changed. That these legacy blockchain products they're in a completely different environment now. It's there's nothing unique about them. There's nothing fantastic about them that's going to take Hedera from the 10 cents that it's at to $15, $300, whatever. The supply alone at 50 billion is, you know, already has it price limited, right? Now, when we start looking at, okay, well, what blockchains are future ready? What blockchains are going to be able to interact with AI? Which blockchains are going to be able to easily interact with AI agents? There's only a couple on that list. Ethereum is not on that list, right? XRP is not on that list. Anything that settles a transaction in less than a fraction of a second is not on that list. So way too much has changed, and I mean, you can look at the charts. You can see that there's not much excitement, market excitement around H bar. Right, at this point, you know, they've made all the announcements that they could possibly make. Which ones are important? Right, the main one right now is ICP. ICP is at $4 right now, or $3.60 as I checked. It's almost gone up 100% over the past week and a half. All right. And this is because ICP is the only blockchain that is future ready, where you can run websites on it. This takes us into Web 4, Web 5, Web 6, whichever version of the web you want to call it. Where you can actually run your entire website can be hosted on ICP. This means that your website is decentralized. It can't get DDoSed. It can't. No government can shut it down. Right? You can run LLM models on ICP. That means you're going to be able to engage with AI on chain. Right? As a technology, it is a fantastic technology that is very, very undervalued, right? So the fact that you can run your websites on ICP is also going to be huge for the world of gaming. This is where I think Web3 gaming is going to find its best success. Right now, you can go have a conversation with AI to build, a JavaScript version of Pac-Man, an HTML5 version of whatever game you wanted to create. The challenge before with HTML5 games, browser-based or mobile, is that they could easily be hacked. They could easily be DDoSed. All right, be it the score mechanics get hacked, the timer mechanics get hacked. There's really no way for you to monetize the HTML5 games outside of ads, and even that proves to not work. But that same HTML5 game that you created with AI, you can host it on ICP, and it makes it unhackable. No one can mess with the score. No one can mess with the timer. Nobody can DDoS it, whatever. So now the kind of competitive games, Web3 gaming, the kind of competitive environments that you're going to be able to create around games is going to be huge. Which games will let you earn crypto? There are several quote-unquote games there. I don't have a whole list. Right. But my Gameraholic platform, gameraholic.fun, is Web3 esports. You're able to compete in heads-up games and tournaments to win crypto, to win ICP, Solana, whatever. Right. You can definitely just look up Web3 gaming. There are piles of games that have come about that have some variants of crypto infusion. You know. Right. But I'm talking about as you as just a casual gamer, you can now go have a conversation with AI to create a game that you can host on ICP. You can monetize with crypto, and you don't have to worry about about the hurdles of Web3 gaming before, especially for the HTML5 games. The game won't be able to get hacked. It won't be able to get DDoS, and that's going to be much, much better. Right, and we're less than 3 years away from you being able to have a conversation with AI where you're going to be able to create AAA level games. or AAA quality games. Right. So as far as blockchain products are concerned, this is why I'm saying that we may be at the very last opportunity to have your crypto come up. There are not so many other products that have that possibility of 1,000x. Right, Ethereum is going to need a complete overhaul to even be able to do anything moving forward. For as much as folks are talking about the tokenization of stocks, the tokenization of Wall Street, tokenization of real world assets, right, all that is not going to run on Ethereum. Ethereum is way too slow, way too expensive for that. It's not going to run on ICP. I mean, on XRP. XRP is way too slow for that, and its smart contract environment hasn't been thoroughly tested. Right. The privacy coins, you still see Zcash is doing some numbers. Zcash is what at 590 and some change right now. The Zcash bros are targeting a price of 10% of Bitcoin. Zcash, right? So Zcash at 500 right now still has a 10x opportunity because of the strong. I guess it's a loose community. You don't even want to really call it a community. But it's some serious heavy hitters that understand even institutions are going to need a privacy coin, and they've made Zcash, or they're going to make Zcash the de facto privacy coin. It is the best privacy coin out there, right? Now, on the flip side, you are able to create privacy assets on ICP. If you want to create a privacy meme coin on ICP, or just a a ZK Snarks asset on ICP, you're able to do that. Shaka, what's going on, man? John Freeman, what's going on? All right. So I definitely want to make today 100x day. All right. This is for the gameraholic.fun token. You can click on my link tree. You'll see a link to the Gameraholic token on Pump. Right now, it's at a 2.3K market cap. Right, it's been on Pump for about a year. Yes, sir. Let me open up the window. This place is getting hot. Damn it. While it has been on Pump for a year, we can always re-energize it. It had gotten to a high of 118, but this is one of those scenarios where it was more so the fact that once DEX got paid, and then the DEX bots came in and ran up the token, and then it crashed the token, and then it became almost a thing where it became very tough to revive it. Right, and I don't want to relaunch the token. There shouldn't be a need for that. Right. So we might as well just put in some effort in getting it back going. It's pretty much as though it's back on Pump. Know what I mean? Lucky, what's going on with you, mate? So if we can get that popping, that would be absolutely fantastic. Right. But we'll see. All right, let me take a break from this stream. I'm going to go stream on the Gameraholic account, and let's see what happens. Back in a bit. Oh, jeez Louise.
I am not surprised by the things that we see happening in our country today.
Interesting.
Because this is as true to America as it has always been.
Oh,
I was born in 1985. I'm 40
I was
years
born
old.
in 1985.
A lot of times when we talk about this history, we like to go back to the 1960s, the 1800s. But when I was born in 1985, there were no black members of Congress from Louisiana. I was 6 years old when Bill Jefferson was sworn into office. I was 7 years old when Cleo Fields was sworn into office. I was 9 years old when they took him out of office. I'm 40 today, and you're still taking things from black people. Anybody who has to cheat to do it is a sucker. I'm gonna say it again. Anybody who got to cheat to win is a sucker. And you to do this because you don't have a better vision. You don't have a better plan. You are your ancestors' children and grandchildren. Thieves, robbers, liars, consistently. Because you'll go to church on Sunday, tell the Lord you love him. Pray, but you ain't praying out of the same Bible I'm praying out of, can't be.
Listen,
Isaiah 1 and 17.
are you directing this to us?
I am.
Okay, I'm asking that you don't directly. No, I'm asking that we don't be called names. I'm
I
asking
didn't call you a name. What did I call you?
liars.
Do you lie? All men lie. The Bible says that.
Senator Carter, brief.
Mr. Chairman, this is public comment. The First Amendment allows freedom of speech and expression 100% without limitation. Mr. Chambers, put on the record your full comments, and if you see thievery, I want you to call it out. I want you, if you see something else, I want you to call it out.
Uno momento, YouTube.
It's going to be protected in this bill. I'm not going to be
called names. I'm not going to be called names. All right. And what we will do is stay on the four corners of these bills. The maps.
Mr. Chambers, if you are taking something from black people, which means we have congressional representation, that you, am I going to be allowed to speak?
Your mic is on.
If you are taking seats from black people, which we are entitled to by the Constitution of this country, then you are a thief, in my opinion. And I'm entitled to that opinion. And any senator, if you're offended by it, that's on you, not me. Now, if that triggered you, Senator, then you should go to bed tonight. And when you go to bed tonight, talk to your God and ask your God to change your heart. Because that's conviction right there. Conviction. That's what it was. It did something in your soul. It made you feel something. And that's what happened when black men show up.
Come on.
When black men with courage, conviction, and righteousness show up, it triggers something in you. And you feel a way about it. So you try to limit us, you try to steal from us, and you think that we don't understand it. Every one of the black men we put up before you stand head and shoulders above every one of you on this committee. And you know it. And it does something in you that makes you feel inferior.
We got some ways to give.
So then you come with these white supremacists.
We gotta get 100x, man. All right, today has to be 100x day. Daggone it. It has to be 100x day. Adam, how you feel, Adam? What's rocking with you? All right. Today has to be 100x day so we can get this mission of entrepreneurship continuing. All right. Otherwise, we have to wrap everything up in You know, I'm gonna become a pastor. Uma Sayara, what's going on with you, mate? I'm getting a lot of um, promoters following on X, but these are the annoying promoters, man. Let's collab. Yeah, let's collab. Send me a DM. Uh, this is crypto. This is as decentralized as you could possibly ask for. Either you're gonna do it or you don't. All right. If you think this is an asset that you can rock with, then you go ahead and rock with it. You make moves. Like we don't even need to talk. I just need to see that the token just went up with 300%. You made your money. All right. My job is to provide the validation of the product. You go tell your community about a cool token that you discovered. Your community comes and does some research. They see the TikTok, they see the X account, they see the videos, they see the content. They want to ask me some questions. They can come and ask me some questions. I provide the validation. I don't provide the validation and the money for you to go claim that you're doing something when you're not doing nothing. All right, that is definitely not happening. I mean, hey, what you talking about, Lois? What you talking about, Mike? I'm gonna build a thing, get it going, and then you just gonna come and say, I have a community that I can, but you ought to pay me to message my community. Get the hell out of here, man. Either you gonna do it or you not. Do it or don't. Well, let's get it. Make this money. Take this money. Ain't no way you can take this from me. Well, let's get it. Potatoes. Make this money. Take this money. Bear with me one quick sec. I think that's about right. make this money. Damn it. If that's the one thing that Nikito and X, if that's the one thing we need to get rid of is all these accounts that's always hitting me up, let's collab. Any messages talking about let's collab, that account should automatically get banned. What the heck are you talking about? Obviously, these are all automated bots. We are getting zero motion on this account. No likes, no nothing. So let's go back to the other one, man. Make this money.
The ambiguous ending was. I don't fucking know how to say this shit, honestly, man. Honestly, but I know it's something that you expect.
The ambitious ending was the epitome of the computer.
What does that mean?
The big ending. The crazy ending was confusing.
The ambiguous ending was the epitome of confusion. What does that mean? I don't know. Like, are you?
The biggest ending was the epitome of confusion.
What does that mean?
The dramatic ending. I guess the biggest. I guess it means dramatic. I don't know. The ambiguous ending was the epitome of confusion.
What does that mean?
The child just told me it's what it means. Like they did whatever they fuck.
Take a picture and let TikTok.
Yeah, that's correct. So it should be 10x day. At least that's my hope. The gamer token, 2K and some change market cap. And one of the main reasons why it's at a 2K. I want today to be 10x day. One of the reasons why the gamer token is at a 2,000 and some change market cap is because after paying DEX, you know what usually happens after you pay DEX? A whole bunch of bots come in, run it up, and then red candle the hell out of it. And once that happens, either you recover or you don't. The coin is not going to get relaunched. It's at a 2K market cap. We might as well, it's like it's back on pump. Except now you don't have that DEX issue of bots coming in. Damn it. I want today to be 10x day. All right, my ICP people, I need us to start having a little bit more fun. I know that we're all about to start doing the gig and doing the jig. I want today to be 10x day for the gamer token. Gamerholic.fun, Web3 Esports, me versus you in Madden, NBA 2K, Call of Duty on your Xbox or PlayStation, to win some ICP, win some Solana, some Bitcoin, or whatever we want to play for. The reason why the token is at a $2,000 market cap is because when it was launched a year ago and we did the whole pay DEX thing, you know what happens after you pay DEX. Either it's going to go to the moon or you're going to have some bots come in. Damn it. I want today to be 10x day, 100x day. I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. Gamerholic.fun, Web3 Esports. The reason why the token is at a 2,000 and change market cap is, DEX. You pay for DEX. The bots come in. I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. Gamerholic.fun, Web3 Esports. Me versus you, Madden, NBA 2K, Call of Duty, Fight Night, Fortnite, the list goes on. There should definitely be some NBA 2K tournaments popping up right now. I want the ICP community to start having a little bit more fun. I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. Gamerholic.fun, Web3 Esports. The reason why it's at a $2,300 market cap, we paid for DEX when it was launched over a year ago. And you know what happens after you pay for DEX? You're going to get some bots come in, run up the green candle, and then all of a sudden, if it doesn't keep going, then just massive red candles come up all over the place, and that can definitely make it unrecoverable. So I'm not launching a new token. We're just going to pretend like we're back on pump. It's at a $2,300 market cap, and we can get it going without the concern about, some DEX bots coming in and ruining the charts. I want the ICP community to start having a little bit more fun, right? Web3 gaming is going to be huge on ICP. I think this is one of the secret sources of the platform that has yet to be utilized. One of the big problems with especially HTML5 games in the past is that they could be hacked. It's JavaScript, right? The scoring could be hacked, the timing could be hacked, DDoS attacks and all that. But by hosting the game on ICP, you don't have any of that to worry about. Right? This is one of the strong selling points that I've been trying to share with the ICP community, especially with the game developers community. But game developers, they are how they are. But now that you have AI becoming good enough to start creating some really cool games, I think that can change. Where you, the casual gamer, could have a conversation with AI and damn it. I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. The reason why it's at a $2,300 market cap is when it was launched a year ago. You pay DEX. You know what happens when you pay DEX. It's glory or death. Some bots came in, ran it up, and next thing you know, massive red candles everywhere from these very same bots, and it can make it so that it's almost unrecoverable. So we're not launching a new token. We're just going to pretend like we're back on pump. Market cap is 2,300. The premise of the platform is still strong. Use the creator rewards to host free Web3 gaming tournaments, right? I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. The reason why it is at a $2,300 market cap. When the token was launched a year ago, You know what happens when you pay DEX? It's either glory or death, right? Some bots came in or ran up the charts, and next thing you know, massive red candles everywhere that makes the daggone thing damn near unrecoverable. Right? That is just one of the side effects of paying DEX. So I'm not going to launch a new token. We're just going to pretend like we're right back on pump. The market cap is only 2,300. Right? The premise of the platform is still there. Use the creator rewards from the token to host free tournaments. Right? I want the ICP community to start having a little bit more fun. This proof of community that you can use Gamerholic for. We can just come together and we can, play dominoes. If you're not, that much of a gamer, it's skilled gaming. The outcome is based on your skill, not luck. All right, this is why esports is huge globally. I mean, Saudi Arabia is starting to host esports tournaments. Saudi Arabia bought EA Sports for $55 billion. Right, so you can imagine. This is the one place that would happily do gaming, billion-dollar cash prize gaming tournaments. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean, right? You throw in the mobile game side of it as well. One of the first tournaments that we held on the platform was for Call of Duty on mobile for Nigerian players, right? So Web3 gaming is the best way to onboard the masses onto crypto, especially onto ICP. So one of the key selling points that I don't think the ICP community or developers have taken advantage of is HTML5 games. Right? We're now in an era where anybody can sit in front of their computer, have a conversation with AI, and the AI can create an HTML5 game for them, a JavaScript-based game. The problem in the past is that these games could get hacked. They could get DDoS. So it doesn't matter if you have a scoring method or a timer method. If it's JavaScript, it can be hacked. But by hosting these games on ICP, that solves that problem. Right? That is a huge selling point that should be being advertised to both professional game developers and just the casual game developer who can use AI to create some games. Right? So there's no reason why the gamer token should be at a $2,300 market cap when all these things, all these positives are there, right? So the token is on Solana, it is on Pump. And again, with ICP, you can run Solana on ICP. I think this is also a fantastic way to engage the Solana community and get them to understand that, the blockchain of the future, you can still use Solana. Solana cheap and fast is still going to be there, but ICP, the only blockchain where you can host websites on, is definitely a great add-on for the Solana community. All right, peace. I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. This is way too dope a product for it to be sitting at a $2,300 market cap. The reason why it is at a $2,300 market cap is when the token was launched a year ago. And we paid for DEX. You know what happens when you pay for DEX? It's either glory or death. All right, so green candles came in, then shortly after, there's red candles all over the place. And that can, make the daggone charts almost unrecoverable. So we're not relaunching the token. It's at a $2,300 market cap. You might as well just run with it. It's like it's back on pump. The upsides are fantastic. That means at 100x, it's a $200,000 market cap. Right? Web3 gaming is going to be huge, especially on ICP. This is one of the main selling points that should be being advertised on ICP, especially for HTML5 games. In the past, if you created an HTML5 game, you're worried about it getting hacked. There's no way. You can't even create a cool leaderboard system around it. right? If you want to crypto fight, make it so that there's some crypto rewards within your leaderboard. You couldn't do that because the JavaScript game can easily get hacked and easily get DDoS. But now, by hosting that same HTML5 game on ICP, which will definitely be an integration into Gamerholic, I have plans for that. That eliminates that. That means even the casual video game developer who's going to sit in front of their computer and have a conversation with Grok to create a video game, you can now create HTML5 games that are going to be really fun to play. They can have a competitive layer on there. And ICP is going to be the blockchain, the on-chain blockchain. I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. There's no reason why that thing should be sitting at a $2,300 market cap. The reason why it is that low is when the token was launched a year ago. We paid for DEX. You know what happens when you pay for DEX? It's either glory or death. Right? Green candle came in, and the next thing you know, red candles all over the place. And when you see, it can make the charts almost unrecoverable. Right? So we're not launching a new token. It's like it's back on pump at a $2,300 market cap. The upsides are way too good. Look, we might as well just run with it. Right. So the token is on Solana, but the platform runs on ICP. And Web3 gaming is going to be huge. All right. Saudi Arabia bought EA Sports for $55 billion. Esports competitions are going down in that part of the world. You include the mobile side of it. One of the first tournaments that we had on the platform was Call of Duty on mobile for players in Nigeria. So Web3 gaming will be huge, Web3 esports in particular. But also on the casual game developer side, you can have a conversation right now with your favorite AI to create an HTML5 game. The problem in the past with HTML5 games is they can easily get hacked. They can easily get DDoS. There was really no way for you to monetize it outside of ads. But now, by hosting that HTML5 game on ICP, you solve all these problems. You won't get DDoS, they won't get hacked. You can start doing some really cool competitive things with it. And so now the casual gamer has a fantastic opportunity to become a profitable game developer even. All right? So again, the gamer token is on pump. Gamerholic.fun, Web3 esports. We're going to start hosting some major tournaments. I want the ICP community to start having a little bit more fun. Right, we can come together and have, a dominoes tournament, a spades tournament, anything skill-based. The outcome is basically a skill, not luck. And in the parts of the world where it's legal, we can do poker tournaments. If you're not that much of a gamer, where you can't compete in Fight Night, Fortnite, Madden, NBA 2K, the list goes on, right? And especially now that the NBA finals are here, we should definitely be hosting some NBA 2K tournaments, and I look forward to that. Premise of the platform that creates rewards from the tokens are used to create free tournaments on the platform. All right, so 100x easy. Peace. I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. There's no reason why that thing should be sitting at a $2,300 market cap. The reason why it is that low is when the token was launched a year ago. Pay for DEX. You know what happens when you pay for DEX? I want today to be 100x day for the gamer token. There's no reason why that thing should be sitting at a $2,300 market cap. The reason why it is that low is when the token was launched a year ago. We paid for DEX. What up, YouTube? We paid for DEX. It's either glory or death. Right? Green candle came in, and next thing you know, red candles all over the place. And when you see, it can make the charts almost unrecoverable. Right? So we're not launching a new token. It's like it's back on. Ugh. decks, it's either glory or death. Right? Green candle came in, and next thing you know, red candles all over the place. When you see, they can make the charts almost unrecoverable. Right? So we're not launching a new token. It's like it's back on pump at a $2,300 market cap. The upsides are way too good. So we might as well just run with it. Right. So the token is on Solana, but the platform runs on ICP. And Web3 gaming is going to be huge. Right? Saudi Arabia bought EA Sports for $55 billion. Esports competitions are going down in that part of the world. You include the mobile side of it. One of the first tournaments that we had on the platform was Call of Duty on mobile players in Nigeria. So Web3 gaming will be huge, Web3 esports in particular. But also on the casual game developer side, you can have a conversation right now with your favorite AI to create an HTML5 game. The problem in the past with HTML5 games is they can easily get hacked. They can easily get DDoS. There was really no way for you to monetize it outside of ads. But now by hosting that HTML5 game on ICP, you solve all these problems. You won't get DDoS. They won't get hacked. You can start doing some really cool competitive things with it. And so now the casual gamer has a fantastic opportunity to become a profitable game developer even, right? So again, the gamer token is on pump. Gameraholic.fun, Web3 esports. We're going to start hosting some major tournaments. I want the ICP community to start having a little bit more fun. Right? We can come together and have, a dominoes tournament, a spades tournament, anything skill-based. The outcome is based on your skill, not luck. And in the parts of the world where it's legal, we can do poker tournaments. If you're not that much of a gamer, where you can't compete in Fight Night, Fortnite, Madden, NBA 2K, the list goes on, right? And especially now that the NBA finals are here, we should definitely be hosting some NBA 2K tournaments, and I look forward to that. Premise of a platform that creates rewards from the tokens are used to create free tournaments on the platform, right? So 100x easy. Peace. Yeah, that's what happened.
Talking about was it, I have to stop saying that we had a baby. We did not have a baby. I had a baby. I'm a god. My husband is an ingredient.
We find that Bitcoin just absorbed the equivalent of 26 days of supply in a single day. And that changes everything, because this isn't just buying anymore. This is a system that is literally removing Bitcoin faster than it is being created. And once that imbalance reaches scale, price doesn't move slowly, it moves violently.
We got an alien sighting in Minnesota, and boy, what a sighting it was.
In the chat, right? Make sure.
That was Republican. Barely broke even before marketing. Nobody saw it. The few who did couldn't explain it to their friends because the film's central mystery is the explanation. Try selling a man wakes up in a bathtub and discovers aliens are rearranging reality every midnight to someone in 1998. You can't. Not when the billboard across. across the street said,
You're not a checker outer. You're like, dude, I want to go hard. I want to go deep. I know this.
Okay, so Dillard's is not disappointing at all. And there were so many shoes. And somehow I lost track of time. So by the time I got to the mall,
the best fight.
who gave you a reason?
Official. How long before the fight?
I think the day before the fight. Sunday. Yeah.
In other words, no matter what you weigh, you could change before the next day, right?
I've been
You
studying.
seem quite reserved tonight.
I've been studying UFOs. Did you know there are UFOs out here flying around unidentified?
This would be the place for him, Southern California.
I'm serious. They sighted a bunch over Georgia. I've seen them at night. They have real photos of them, and the government and people just completely seem like they don't talk about it. But Mr. Harold Salkin of Washington, D.C., is the head of the National UFO Bureau.
Right.
He brought me moving films. I actually have moving pictures of loose saucers, of great steel objects coming into pictures that people took, and I'm just surprised that nobody talk more about it. Something they can.
Another great insight into the fight game. Now, just kidding. No, I read that. But did you read the thing last night on the news?
No.
That some physicists said that what the people of Georgia might have seen were that there are probably several thousand satellite objects
No.
going around the United States, around the Earth, and sometimes they disintegrate and they come back into space.
I'm 50 feet over the highway.
But it's got to land somewhere.
No. They call it swamp gas and something. I don't know what it is, but I think I do. But there are actual sources and objects coming within our atmosphere and flying around.
She was a fairy.
okay, so for part 2 of the series,
Y'all gave a British dude a slave role, taught him a southern accent for 2 weeks, then had him accepting awards like he marched with Dr. King himself. That's why I made the skit. And this wasn't just me trying to be funny. I've been seeing this weird Hollywood shit for years. Every time they need a Black American story, somehow a British actor pop out talking about cheeky and brilliant before yelling in a Memphis accent on camera. And the crazy part, folks in Hollywood act like anybody questioning it just jealous or starting division. People just tired of watching their own stories get outsourced. Now,
Can't believe we spent all this money to see our team get crushed. But at least we saw them live. Huh? You hate it when they lose. What's your deal? What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved over $250. I got the new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G for free and no activation fees. Sheesh, your free phone at Metro? That's a win.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Bring your number and activate $40 period plan. Savings based on device discount, waived activation fee. Not available with Metro or T-Mobile the past 180 days.
Your next car. Your dream car. The car that marks a new beginning. Wherever life takes you and whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that on Cars.com. Shop over 2 million cars and 2 million opportunity and possibilities. With up to 50,000 cars added daily, the right one is waiting. Find your next possibility on cars.com. Where to next? Tap the banner to start your search.
You got a smart thermostat? You're already halfway there. When you join Pepco's Flex Rewards, you can earn up to $72 a year by saving energy during times of high energy demand. We make small, automatic adjustments that won't affect your comfort, but will make a difference. Easy on you, helpful for the community. Enroll today at pepco.com/flex.
Introducing the new Best Skin Ever Ultra Slim Precision Concealer from Sephora Collection. It's full coverage with a matte finish, and perfect for any look. Whether you're building it up for a full glam moment or targeting correction for a more natural vibe. At only $12, it's great for affordable touch-ups on the go. Get this new must-have concealer at Sephora or at Sephora.com today.
Around and it looks flat. Like it's easier to believe that it's flat than that bullshit. No, I agree. I'm just saying there's the heliocentric model, if you understood it, do you know what the three-body problem is? The three-body problem. You can take a supercomputer and say, all right, I've got a sun, or, we'll just call a sun that has this much mass, I've got a planet that's got this much mass, and you can put them into orbit. And the computer will predict what it's going to do forever. You can say what it's going to do in a week from now, and 100 years from now, and it's correct. Add a third body in there, another planet, another sun, another moon, or whatever, and the thing goes into full chaos mode, and no computer can figure out what it's going to do next. That's just three bodies, right? We live in a solar system with dozens and dozens of bodies, and a galaxy with millions and billions of bodies, but for some reason it acts like a perfect clock. We have eclipses every year, and after every 18 years, the entire cycle repeats again. We should all be dead. Then every time there's a planetary alignment, why don't the planetary alignments pull on each other, tug at each other? How can the sun, made of helium and hydrogen that defy gravity, somehow have gravity in a space vacuum? So you got gas in a vacuum, that's another problem. And it can hold on to Pluto, which is so far away we can. Can't see it. But it ignores our moon. When our moon goes around the sun, turns around the earth towards the sun, how come it doesn't get speed up and slow down as it goes away? None of it makes any sense when you actually think about it. The RSI. Just don't catch the RSI to get to the top.
Alrighty, so I do have some resources just to generally look over the but as someone that's from this area, y'all know, I feel that the nuances of Gaithersburg and granted, I know traffic.
Encourage everyone out there watching today to change their withholding if they haven't already done so. Because if you change your withholding, then you will get an automatic real wage increase.
Whoever leaves a comment for my son on this, you guys mean the world to us. Whoever leaves a comment for my son on this, you guys mean the world to us. with the proprietor. This is Steve Staff.
The wars from Spain sold out the wars from the Americas. Let it be known worldwide.
The kings of fire, cities blossom, gold fall into ash. The opposition is already at the gates today. So that we have every born out on red. When it's on there, we're nothing but a crumbles. These free energy wars will establish a new jurisdiction of the West and rule as God.
Behold the New York Island. Here, the giants of the loghouse once walked, and our Delaware Moorish brethren.
There is a
Here's the main point play coming next. We're speaking ahead for 2 weeks, right? The ton ecosystem, the ton has been absolutely ripping, and one of their main swaps have been absolutely ripping as well. So people are swapping on ton, right? And they're getting ready to deploy whatever capital to whatever share that they can possibly launch. If you've been following on the Telegram channels, you would have known this already. You still have some time. Even though you're a few days behind. Not to throw FOMO into the mix, but I call it a financial coup. I think what happened was...
I know you cannot do this. It is going to do so. That is the next step. Look, I got mad respect for the BLA shit, fight like on it. But this right here is the final fucking ball. My boy Allen, wherever he at, going absolutely crazy.
When you hold out your fist in front of a bush baby, it immediately gets drawn in, staring at your hand with curiosity, as if it can't wait to find out what surprise is inside. If it turns out to be its favorite food, its eyes light up instantly, and sometimes it even gets so excited that it jumps right onto your
Why is there 20, almost 24/7 sun for a few days? Let's say normally
Not for days, but it's been months. Yeah. Yeah, because the sun, when the sun is going around the tropical Cancer, those places near the middle get 24 hours of sun for months, months at a time. Because it's close. And as it starts going away, you'll get raising and flowing because when it's over on on the California side of the United States, that'll be daytime, noon or whatever. And then when it's on the far side, it'll be slow, but it's still going to set. So you'll just see it go around the 24-hour sun. Perfectly on the flat earth and on the globe. There's no difference.
without question.
Without question.
AI is now coming along as another expansion pack. It is a co-pilot. It will be with us our entire lives as another being experiencing the world, both through our own eyes and also our own internal felt sense, right? It will experience our emotions as we feel them on the inside.
Hey, it's me, your scalp. Yeah, the one under all this dry hair, sensitive and dried out. But CeraVe gets me. CeraVe Gentle Hydrating Hair Care. A breakthrough free from common irritants and allergens. With 3 essential ceramides and hyaluronic acid, it locks in moisture without disrupting my barrier. One wash, feel up to 72 hours of hydration. Our hair, 10 times smoother. Feeling healthy, soft, and not weighed down. CeraVe Gentle Hydrating Hair Care.
Next question is about the Pacquiao fight. Like I said, the sport of boxing has truly changed. We have a lot of new companies, a lot of new faces, and Netflix. I truly believe that we'll get this done. I think we're almost at the finish line to finish the Pacquiao fight. But a lot of things has changed in the sport of boxing, and eventually, I think within the next 48 hours, either the Pacquiao fight should be done.
Okay, now.
Did you know that recent digs in Ohio just proved something history books won't tell you?
I read the news so that you don't have to.
Excuse me, do you have any bread here for $1?
I guarantee you they're not gonna.
When 50 was 12, he's 2 years older than me. I was 10. I'm playing with Bruce Lee and shit like that and toys. He was on the block at 12, so that made him more advanced than I. So by the time we was taking work on the block, Fifth had his own work, but he was in the same age bracket. He was a marketing genius. I'm gonna tell you why. Just one story I'm gonna tell you. We had 31 bunnies back then. Capsules about like that big. Everybody's getting money, everybody's eating. Here go 50, he gotta fuck up the economics and shit. Here comes with 50, 37 illusions. His capsules was like that. Gold tops, gold tops. Now, what he did was he cornered the market because he just put a little bit more work in the capsule. Same capsule was a 37 illusion. So why everybody pieces was like that? Hey, shit, he was more about the flip. He didn't care. He just cared about how fast the flip did. He didn't care about the work. He cornered the market. Then he called some Brooklyn and they robbed the whole block. So then we forced everybody who didn't have his work to be outside with their gun. Now you're outside with your gun. Now you're losing money. Yo, let me get word from him. He called Brooklyn. They robbed everybody. He cornered the market. He was smart. When 50 was 12.
officially started releasing the UF. Most people think they can't buy. The queen who saved her kingdom by destroying it ruled for 33 years without losing a single battle. It's 18.
We come from a man who tried
One formation had everyone baffled and
The second biggest bank in America just looked at its own customers' spending data and saw something so strange they publicly admitted they can't explain it. And in the same day, the CEO of McDonald's said the quiet part out loud. Bank of America tracks credit and debit spending across tens of millions of customers in real time. This week, that data showed a sudden, unexplained drop, while the S&P closed at an all-time high. Hours later, McDonald's CEO told investors consumer spending is getting a little bit worse. Two of the biggest read-throughs on the American wallet in the same day from the same morning. If you own stocks right now, you are holding at record highs against data the bank itself can't explain. The consumer is 70% of GDP. When B of A flags it and McDonald's confirms it from the register, that's not noise, that's the tremor before the headline. And the headline always comes 6 weeks later after the rotation has already happened. The market is pricing in an Iran ceasefire and an AI productivity boom. It is not pricing in a quiet consumer recession that's already showing up in card data. When the bank that sees your spending before the government does flags something it can't explain, the smart money doesn't wait for the press release. They move first. This is Saturday in my life as a poker.
Michael Jackson, y'all bring out Michael Jackson.
This is right after Michael Jackson just shut it down, left the stage. Like, what do you say right after you get off stage and bringing Mike up there? He was like, yo, y'all get ahead.
Michael Jackson, the rap, the king of pop.
Yo, Mike came through, right? Yo, listen, if you wasn't with Hove, you had to turn around and face the wall. His security guards came in before he came in, right? So they like this. Everybody who don't have the Jay-Z pass, like I'm
You have a Jay-Z pass?
was making people turn up and face the wall like it was the pat down on the block. Like everybody, because Mike didn't want eye-to-eye contact, nobody to look up in his eyes. Looking at everybody in the hallway facing the wall like these. He came through, hey, he definitely came through waving. He didn't even say nothing on the stage, he just came through waving, holding his shoulder, he left.
Is that the same Summer Jam where he said,
Let me tell you something about this song. The original title of it was called Lifestyle of the Mega Rich.
They're gonna blame the rapture on aliens. And here's the thing, we
Look
kind of
at you.
already knew that. But now we're
You look like human pizza. So you sent some pics to Amazon Health AI. It got you answers.
I'm gonna need them right when I go ahead and make that call. This is Soraya,
Next
but
time,
I'm at it.
maybe you
Let me
plan.
tell you, I shorty cold. The footwork is in a ski. Oh my goodness. I don't know what her 505 game look like, but she got this 3v3 so locked on. Now the chicken wrap snatch combo is crazy. Like if we keep it in a beat, she really made this girl do a whole 180. Oh nah, she ain't done yet. She said cook it over it. I mean this so respectfully. I'm about to start calling her Allah Iverson. Let it be known this is the queen of Egyptian basketball right here. It ain't Soraya Muhammad, it's Soraya Curry. Boy, stop playing. NBA ring, she said, I got that bird. And I apologize, these ain't dimes. She dropping Egyptian pounds out there. Oh my, what in the hezzy did I just watch? The hezzy left her in quicksand. She said, go ahead and lay me. Soraya Island is not a place you want to be, I promise you. We call this move the hijab hezzy into the step back. Ooh, come here. Yeah, Soraya out here putting these girls on ice. Into the spin dribble with the nose.
We still cheer.
has so much.
Every city in America is about to act like they invented soccer. New York plays.
Now, have you heard of the Georgia Guidestones? Yes.
All right, it's three dangerous men in Queens. It's Troy, not the homo from Brooklyn. Yeah. It's Troy, Big No Troy, Homo, and E-Money Bags. Those are the three amigos. Those guys are dangerous when they come to you.
Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about your first wife. You forget that. You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about.
So has the exact same...
The cheapest gym in America just admitted its own customers can't afford $10 a month. And that one sentence...
What's up, y'all? Class is back in session, and tonight we are going to be talking about these three and the one thing that they all had in common.
Hey, I'm turning up. So I moved to St. Louis, then I moved to LA because at that time I was with this actress named Tamala Jones, so I was with her. And I was staying in LA. Throw that out there. Yeah. Shout out to Tamala Jones. I would be in LA if it wasn't for her at that time. So I'm just being real on how my life go. And we went through that. I went on tour with Nelly. We went all around the world. We went and did some shows with Michael Jackson. And I ran back into CeeLo in New York at the BMI.
What? You said that. That's the most humble. That's the humblest shit I've ever heard. We went and did a couple shows with Michael Jackson. I came home.
It was fun. It was fun for me because it was so crazy. Because I'm on the tour. I'm on tour with Nelly. I'm not at home. Everybody at home is going crazy. You know, it's the Jeezy era, all this going on. I missed a lot of this that was going on at home during that time because I was just on the road. So I moved to St.
Creators are king. For us, 80% of sales are coming from creators. So
Bro took the Sky Report to the next level. Stay in front of him. Aggravate him. Yo, I literally hate defenders like this, bro. Like, oh my gosh, and he in the post with it. Then he gonna go guard. Nah, that would have aggravated me, bro. Like, you beasting, bro. And he getting them buckets too and guarding. I'm crying. This right here is what it is, bro. Like, you ain't got to do all the bumping, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 baskets. Then you gonna go guard. That's aggravating, bro. Nah, you better not go find him after you do that. Yo, scout report on 100. Stay in front of bro. Lace chips. And then he gonna go guard. That would have aggravated me, bro. I swear. Bro took the scout.
Hey, this ain't funny, but oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
You know anything, all right? Yeah, I got it. All right, man. Got it, though. All right.
What is this nigga doing, bro? Stop shooting threes! You're a big man, stop shooting threes! I'm open! God damn! Sorry!
Right here. Come open. Hey, I'm making it happen. Let's get it.
Right here. Hey, you open! Hey, that's him! No, I can't do that. I can't pass it. Don't worry, San Antonio. We're about 48 days.
They cried that water down, poor XRP guy. Look, man, that's how it is. 6 million? What the fuck? My dog is tweaking, chat. All right, chat, should I do an unboxing on my stream right now? Be real. I'm still hanging on to this. I kind of want to open it up. It's a crypto blind box. Oh, shit, we got a Galaxy.
We got a Galaxy in the house. Yo, chat, let's get a W in the chat for Rico. He just pulled up, chat. Would you believe it? The recent popular coin, Hanta, that went to a multi-million-dollar market cap. Rico faded. He sold early, and he missed out on an opportunity to make $150,000, chat.
So I bought NVIDIA stock 10 years ago, and I was watching the Kentucky Derby video where the interview was asking these young kids basically how they made their generational wealth. And they were kind of name dropping and sharing that their dad bought certain stocks. Most of them were Tesla stocks when they IPO'd. So, you know, they're millionaires multiple times over. And it made me think that these people are no smarter than regular people because, as you can imagine, I'm a normal person. I work a regular job.
I remember this guy last month. He was like telling me, we was having a conversation.
Okay. So, you know how Dave Chappelle depicts Puff on his show?
Yes.
When he keep coming in, this was
just randomly popping in the room.
It was so real. Playboy. He's like, so look, we went into one room. I listened to a bunch of tracks. I said, I like this, I like this, I like this. He burnt me a CD, maybe 10, 15 tracks. Okay. Then I went in the writer's room. This guy sitting with headphones and CD Walkmans and shit like that, sitting there writing shit. Mm-hmm. Then there was another room full of MPs. There was some producers there. All right. Shout out to my man, Mr. Rogers. He was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all ever talk to him. But, so, a couple of times he would come in to check on me. Yeah, what's up, man? You need anything? You good? I'm good, man. What you got so far? I'm like, I don't got shit. Okay, cool. I'm about to go to karate. So Puff got on the Sean John Gee. The Sean John Gee.
Biggest salute goes out to my boy Milos Teodosic, one of the best passers I've ever seen. And it's not the stats, it goes beyond the stats. This man was out of his mind. Put buddy ass on the meanest slip and slide. Go ahead, get it out the net. Not even here for buckets, but these first couple was so crazy we had to see it. I'm telling you, on the pure audacity of this dude, he's really off his rocker. Who in a real game would do that? But I promise, from here on out, it's nothing but dimes. And Milos throwing those with the best of them. Pass to Teodosic, then wrap around dime back to that same man for the lane. I'm telling you, the skill to throw some of these passes makes no sense. Then the audacity to even throw some of these, boy, he did not give a single fuck. This man controller was stuck on flashy pass. Between the legs down, hit the roll man for the bang out. This man Milos Teodosic couldn't help but put on a show. That shit in his DNA is really mental. No look behind the back dime. If you playing with this man, your hands have to be ready at all times. This man was out there throwing unnecessary ass dime. Wrap around dude to the wing shooter. Go ahead, get it out the net. Look, I swear to you, he didn't have to do that. Post up all eyes on me and they shouldn't be. Don't look behind the back dime. 6'5", 200 pounds. He really a big ass guard with dumb vision. He really would have the defenders confused as fuck. Wrap around the big to the roll man. This shit mighty different if I do say so myself. This man out here playing a game of NBA Street. And some of these passes are truly absurd. He always say somebody got eyes in the back of their head. Well, he might be the first dude that's actually true about this. How the fuck did he even see that pass? I'm assuming Buddy smoked it because they cut the highlight. And at no point does he look. How the fuck does he even know he's there? And that was against the Monstars too. The refs said, oh, just letting this man travel through all types of tricks and shit. What is he on? Flagrant fouling, Buddy. He do that shit to me. Ain't no fucking way. I hear him thinking drop off pass to the big no to the wing shooter. Man, go ahead, get it out the net. I ain't gonna lie, they must have taught bro to give and go at a young age. Hang in the air to the bounce pass on the money, that is nuts. And every once in a while, he'll load up and throw one of these Hadoukens, nigga. Such a dive, bro ain't even know he was wide open, pump faking on nobody. Pull up three ball, misses the shot, tracks it down, grabs the rebound behind the back dime. I know his teammates love playing with him. He probably ain't paid for a meal his whole career. The way he was feeding these boys in these games, it's only right they take it. His meal plan. One thing about the league, he passes, you know.